Chapter 11 Grassroots Democracy Part 2 Local Government in Rural Areas Exploring Society India and Beyond for Class 6th NCERT. Children, in the last chapter we learned about democracy and governance in general. Today we are going to look more closely at how democracy works at the grassroots level in rural areas, where two-thirds of India's population still lives. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The real India lives in its villages," and this is true even today. With more than 600,000 villages spread across our vast country, it would be impossible for the state or national government alone to manage all their needs. That is why we have the system of Panchayati Raj, a form of self-government at the village level, which ensures that people themselves take part in governing their lives. To understand this better, imagine a village called Lakshmanpur in the foothills of the Himalayas. It has about 200 houses and 700 people, most of them farmers. Their needs include irrigation for crops, repairing roads damaged by rains, maintaining the school, and solving disputes about land. Now, can these villagers run to the state capital or to Delhi for every small problem? Certainly not. This is where the Panchayat comes in. The Panchayat is a village council elected by the people to handle local governance. This is why the Panchayati Raj is often called democracy at the grassroots level. It brings governance directly into the hands of villagers. The Panchayati Raj works through a three-tier system. At the bottom is the Gram Panchayat at the village level. Above it is the Panchayat Samiti at the block level, which connects several villages. And at the top is the Zilla Parishad at the district level, which coordinates the work of many Panchayat Samitis. Together, these three levels take care of everything from agriculture, housing, water supply and roads, to education, healthcare, and cultural activities. In this way, local needs are addressed more effectively. Now let us look more closely at the Gram Panchayat, the first and closest level of government for villagers. The Gram Panchayat is made up of members elected directly by the Gram Sabha, which is the assembly of all adults in the village who are registered voters. Both men and women take part in discussions and decision-making in the Gram Sabha. From among its members, a head is chosen, called the Sarpanch or Pradhan. Today, many Gram Panchayats across India are headed by women thanks to laws that reserve at least one-third of the seats for women candidates. This has given women greater voice and leadership in local governance. There are many inspiring examples of Sarpanchas who transformed their villages. For instance, Jnaneshwar Kamble, a transgender person, became the Sarpanch of Tarangphal village in Maharashtra in 2017, defeating 6 candidates. His motto was, "Service to the village is service to the public," and he worked for education, sanitation, and equality. Another inspiring story is that of Vandana Bahadur Maida of Madhya Pradesh, who became the first woman Sarpanch of her village from the Bhil community. She encouraged women to attend Gram Sabha meetings and tackled issues like education and sanitation, showing how women leaders can bring real change. Then there is the example of Hiware Bazar in Maharashtra, where Sarpanch Popat Rao Pawar introduced rainwater harvesting, watershed conservation, and tree planting. With the cooperation of villagers, Hiware Bazar turned from a drought-hit area into a green and prosperous village, and Popat Rao Pawar was honored with the Padma Shri Award in 2020. These stories show how powerful grassroots democracy can be when people and leaders work together. The Gram Panchayat is assisted by a Panchayat Secretary who handles administrative work like calling meetings and keeping records. Another important official is the Patwari, who maintains land records of villagers. These records, often preserved for generations, are crucial for solving disputes about land and for planning development projects. An interesting development in recent years is the child-friendly Panchayat initiative. Panchayats are supposed to listen to everyone's voice, and that includes children. In many states, children are encouraged to form Bal Sabhas and Bal Panchayats where they can express their concerns. For example, in Maharashtra, child panchayats helped stop child marriages and bring children back to school. In Sikkim, the Sankhov Radhu Khandu Gram Panchayat built safer school walls and kitchens for midday meals, making education safer and healthier for children. In Rajasthan, the Children's Parliament, an idea that grew out of the Barefoot College initiative, allowed children between the ages of 8 and 14 to elect representatives, run night schools, and take responsibility for community needs. This model was so successful that it won international awards. These examples show that democracy can be a learning ground for even the youngest citizens. Above the Gram Panchayat is the Panchayat Samiti, which works at the block level. It acts as a link between village panchayats and the district authorities. Members are elected, but it may also include village sarpanches and local MLAs. The Panchayat Samiti coordinates development work across villages, prepares plans, and ensures proper use of funds. Above this is the Zilla Parishad at the district level, which brings together all block-level plans and oversees big projects like building roads under schemes like Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. In this way, all three levels of Panchayati Raj work together to connect the people's needs with government resources. Children, it is also important to understand why Panchayati Raj reserves seats for women and disadvantaged groups like scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. This is because true democracy means giving everyone a voice, especially those who were historically left out. When women or marginalized groups lead panchayats, they highlight issues that might otherwise be ignored, like safe drinking water, sanitation, and equal opportunities. This makes democracy more inclusive and just. Interestingly, the idea of Panchayati Raj is not new. Over 2300 years ago, the great teacher Chanakya, in his book The Arthashastra, described how a king should organize governance, suggesting that 10 villages should be grouped under a sub-district, 100 villages under a district, and so on. Does this not sound very similar to the three-tier system we use today? This shows that Indians have long understood the importance of local self-government. So children, what have we learnt in this chapter? We have seen that grassroots democracy in rural areas is carried out through the Panchayati Raj system, which has three levels: the Gram Panchayat at the village level, the Panchayat Samiti at the block level, and the Zilla Parishad at the district level. These institutions allow villagers to govern themselves, solve their problems, and plan for development. We also saw inspiring examples of leaders and even children taking part in governance. This proves that democracy is not just about elections every 5 years, but about participation, responsibility, and cooperation in daily life.